What's going on? I'm Matt Claudeau.
And I'm Mike Mosier.
And welcome to the first episode of The Cutting Edge, a VHSTV student-produced production, bringing you the latest in what's going on at Voorhees and beyond.
Be sure to click the like and subscribe button to get notified every time we release a new episode, which we plan to do about every couple of weeks.
Coming up on this episode, we'll get some reactions to the recent Kobe Bryant tragedy, and we'll check in with the Viking fencing team as well.
We'll also dive into the art of music making and finish things out with the high cost of college. This is The Cutting Edge.
It was just a couple of weeks ago that the world tragically lost one of its greatest heroes. Derek and I are here to get some reactions from the Voorhees students. With the recent passing of Kobe Bryant, the basketball community at Voorhees has been deeply affected.
The five-time NBA champion passed away 2 weeks ago at age 41, which came as an extreme shock to the basketball community. Even more tragically, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, along with 6 others in the helicopter, were on board.
I've never been a big fan of sports, but I knew who he was, and I knew that it was sad for a lot of people.
I think it's honestly really upsetting because, it wasn't just him who passed, but it was multiple other families.
It's, really tragic, and it, hurts.
Celebrities such as Snoop Dogg, Meek Mill, Justin Bieber, and Usher are rallying together to change the NBA logo to a new one to honor Kobe Bryant.
I used to watch his motivational videos.
I definitely think it's going to affect every community.
But I think a lot of the basketball players looked up to Kobe and watched his inspirational videos.
With Kobe Bryant's death, it was a very tragic way to start 2020 for the basketball community. This has been Noah and Derek reporting.
Voorhees High School has a lot to offer when it comes to athletics, but there's one sport that never gets the recognition it deserves. Gavin and Tony have that story.
Today we're going to be learning about the little-known sport of fencing. We'll dive deeper into each weapon and get to know them a little better. Let's get into this.
What weapon do you do, Eric?
Well, I fence épée.
Tell us a little more about épée.
So, what's interesting about épée is that you don't actually wear the mace, unlike the other weapons. You can hit anywhere on the body. That can be in the head, that can be in the feet, that can be in the knees, that can be anywhere you really want. It's typically slower paced because the weapon is heavier, and you can also get double touches so both people can get a point at the same time. So saber is really fast paced and it's really aggressive. Épée is not, it's very defensive, it's very methodical. So with épée you have to hit with the tip of your weapon, and saber you have to hit with the side. It's like a slashing weapon.
What weapon do you do, Ben?
So I do foil. So foil is a point weapon, which means you can only score with the tip of the blade. Now, the only way you can score is by hitting the opponent's target area, which is located on just the torso, no arms, no legs, no head. In order to score, you have to set priority or right of way. Whoever is attacking gets the right of way. So if 2 people hit, whoever started the attack will get the point. If you hit anywhere that is not the torso, you get a off-target light, and you just reset where you were.
What weapon do you do, Christian?
I do saber.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So in fencing, saber is the only weapon that isn't a point attack, and its target area is just from the waist up. There's priority of attack or right of way, and that determines who's starting the action, which makes it overall the fastest fencing weapon out of them all.
For VHSTV, I'm Gavin Corley.
We all listen to music, and we all let music influence us. But what if our peers will be the ones influencing the music we listen to? With the introduction of new technology, which lets us create our own music and share it with our friends, the amount of aspiring musicians has exploded. This is Crosby Wilkin.
And I'm Isabel Mazur.
Let's go meet some of the aspiring SoundCloud musicians in our school.
Our first musician is a young startup SoundCloud rapper who goes by Lil Pablo.
So SoundCloud is a website in which you can upload your own audio files. Anyone can do it, which is why it's really easily and accessible for everyone, because you don't have to put it on Spotify or iTunes. Anyone can do it. no matter who you are. I've been producing stuff since I think last year. So I started off using GarageBand on my phone because it's free and it's easy to use. I usually produce the track first and I make all the music, and then when I record it, I sit down and press record and just say anything in the hopes that I'll start and make something that rhymes. I just like how I can express myself in different ways. I think music is really important. I've always liked music. I've been in choir and band and things like that. So this is like a cool way for me to say what I want to say.
Introducing our next musician, the beast himself, Jay Harp.
Yeah, it is a way to express yourself, but it's really just having like people listen to you and then just realize like, whoa, like, people want to hear me. The software I use, it's called, I call it Fruity Loops, or like what people call it Fruity Loops, or FL Studio, where you use a MIDI controller, like a launch pad, and you make beats, you listen to like the presets of what they have as in the instruments and stuff, then you change the frequencies, change EQ and all that. And then I just use my school computer.
Yo, this is Lil Pablo, back with another absolute banger.
I'd say like just practice, because usually when I make a song, sometimes I'm not happy with it. Just like making stuff for fun, doing something you enjoy, and then eventually you'll like learn more about it.
I would say start basic, like try to just learn from other people, listen to music, listen to beats, go on that beat, rap to it, and just grind. It's just a process. You just gotta stick to it, do what you want, like do what you love.
Hopefully, we've given you some insight into SoundCloud and the people who use it, and maybe even inspired you to make some music of your own. For VHSTV, I'm Isabel Mazur.
And I'm Crosby Wilkin.
Signing off.
If college is in your future, you're probably focusing on your grades and finding the perfect fit. But there's one thing people don't think about when making a decision: cost. Luke and I are here to talk about the struggles of paying for college. Hi, did you know that the national student loan debt currently sits at $862 billion? And that on average, a student will pay $50,000 a year on tuition? We're here to ask students if they're ready for the college world or not. So what do you think the national student loan debt is?
$5 trillion.
$75 billion. $30 billion.
$50 billion.
$1.4 trillion.
What do you plan on doing after you leave high school?
I'm going to a 4-year institution.
Going to RVCC and working. Going to culinary school.
Going to college.
Going to a 2-year college.
What are you doing to prepare yourself for student debt?
Mommy and Daddy got that cash.
Can you give me a guess to what the average yearly tuition is?
$33,000.
$45,000. $30,000.
$50,000 a year.
I'd say about $50,000.
Do you think students are better off going to college or straight into the working world?
College.
Most are better off going straight into the working world because we have a lack of laborers these days. College, because a lot of jobs are looking for a college degree, unless you're going to like retail or...
This is for your college fund.
Why, thank you.
This is for your college tuition.
Thank you.
This is for college.
Thank you.
This is for your college tuition.
Thank you.
This is for your college tuition.
Thank you.
As we've shown you here today, college debt takes out a lot. Hopefully students realize what they're spending before heading straight into college. For VHS TV and Video James, I'm James, and I'll see you in the next video.
And that wraps up our first episode of The Cutting Edge.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.